So this is the horse that was, I don't know if he was just kind of rough started or just what, but he seemed like he was really worried about people. He came home from the trainer he was at, and the owner went to saddle him up and get on, and he bucked pretty good. And I can see that happening. He's been real worried about just people in general, moving around him. And that's what I've been spending a lot of time doing with him. Just kind of moving around him and letting him get used to me. And the question has come up, it's been asked by his owner and some other people about, do some horses more connect with men or women? And I do believe they do, but not for the reason that most people think. I believe that some horses, especially the really smart horses, they understand that with the, ouch, he's got a sticker on his tail. They understand that their relationship with people, that either a man was harder than a woman, or the woman pampered them more, or they preferred the interaction of one or the other. And I think that's what kind of creates that a horse working better for a man or a woman. I don't think it's really that they prefer one. I think they generally prefer how a man or woman has worked with them in the past. For instance, if a horse that's primarily a woman's horse, owned by a woman, ridden by a woman, showed whatever, trail ridden, whatever they do with the horse, and then the woman sends the horse off to a trainer that's a man, and the trainer asks that horse to work harder, do more, put out more energy, be more disciplined, whatever it may be, I think generally that horse will prefer the woman over the man. And it could be the other way around. I mean, it could be a man's horse sent to a woman for training. It's just either way. It's kind of like a child will learn which parent to ask to get what they want. I think that's what's going on here, more than a horse just prefers a woman over a man. And I don't really know, I don't know who the trainer was that had this horse. I assume it was a man. Most trainers are. I don't really know. And I think that could put a little bit of nervousness in the horse about men. So that's why I've been trying to spend time interacting with him and go kind of easy on him. Let him know that it's not men, people, anything in specific that he needs to be worried about. So he's kind of bowing his back up a little bit. That he can be treated good by either. And he needs to relax and look at the person that's handling him and react to that, then not just jump to, oh, this is a man, this is going to be hard, or this is a woman, this is going to be easy. It's not, that those two parallels don't really work. We need his brain to look at the person and say, what do you want me to do? So I'm going to grab a bridle and reins, and we'll take him out there. I'm going to drive him a little bit. I still haven't been in the saddle yet, because I really believe if I get this ground issue fixed, any saddle issues just won't exist. They'll go away. There are some things that I say need to be worked from the ground. See him bow his back up when I reached up there. There's some things that need to be worked from the ground. There's some things that need to be worked from the saddle. See how he was getting nervous when I reached up there? I don't believe groundwork will fix everything. I don't believe saddle work will fix everything. I think you have to be doing the work that the horse needs to fix whatever issue's going on with the horse. Now he might try to buck when we go to walk off. If he does, I'm going to muff the halter. All right, take a step. I want to try to give him a chance to relax his back. Take a step. There we go. Go ahead and go first. Okay. So just like any pressure and release, that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to apply pressure and walk and stop. Apply pressure and stop. I think this horse could very easily be a pretty bad cold-backed horse if this kind of thing wasn't done with him. There, now he's starting to walk a little more relaxed. Shut the gate. Didn't think he'd do that. You recording?
Yeah.
That's okay. So when I got him out here, he started to buck and I turned him loose. I didn't want him bucking on top of me. I'd rather him walked it out, but he didn't. So I'm going to make him move his feet at this point. I'd rather that rope not be dragging, but it is, and it'll be okay. Move your feet. Move your feet. Move your feet. I have been saddling him up and turning him out here to wear the saddle, either here or in the pen over there. And move your feet. And this has got to get better. See, he just shook, and if it was really the saddle that was bothering him, that saddle shaking would have made him run off. He didn't run off when he shook, so there's more to it than just the saddle. He does need to get used to the saddle, but he's got to get used to people. A person telling him to do something that he's not comfortable doing. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put him to work doing something. If I can get my lunge whip off of there. There we go. You can probably hear him blowing in the microphone. Okay. Now Now let's move your feet. I'm gonna need to get some stuff out here to get his attention, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'd like to try to get what I can get here first, because since it seems to be that it's more people that worry him than stuff, I can sack him out with the bag and he's okay. I really want it to work him, get him used to me. Slippery there. See how he kind of blocks me out and tries to run down that way? I'll change directions next time. He's trying to ignore me. I don't like to have to lunge one like this, because a lot of times you do this, it ends up that you have to lunge them long term, and I don't want that. So we're going to try to lunge him just a little bit, and then we'll change up a little bit. Come on. He's not running as blindly as I call it, just running and ignoring everything else. He's slowing down a little bit. He's starting to figure out that nothing's hurting him. His brain is starting to look for another answer. That's why I didn't do this with Saber. With him being Arabian with so much stamina, you never get this point. They just keep running and running, and you end up with something that you can't change. It's not very productive. With a quarter horse or appendix quarter horse, their brain will kick in and say, hey, there's got to be a better answer. So now I said I can do this a minute and I was going to change up. So what I'm going to do is ask him to come into me, to stop and come into me. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. And I'm going to start working him with his line. Go, good boy. This way the line is attached to me. Tighten the saddle a hole or two or three. The line is attached to me. I'll come over there where you can see a little bit better. Turn around, there we go. And then this is what's really been a problem for him. When I come up here, much better. Much better. Notice I'm not standing in front of him. If he panics and runs, he's not going to run over me. This is a lot better. See, now I was hoping to get this, to lead him out of the barn and go straight to this. But you notice I didn't lunge him all the way down. I lunged him and then went to this. I lunged him just enough until his brain started to say, there has to be another answer. That's what I'm looking for. His brain to kick in and say, there has to be another answer. Good boy. Good boy. He cocks that one back foot a lot. I don't think it's significant. He has not done anything to make me think it's significant. Okay, so let's take this a step further. I want to ground drive him before we get on. So let's see if I can get him looking for me. Right now he's not. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Let's do that again. Where you stand when you throw this lead rope over the back is really critical. I'm up here by his nose. I'm not going to be here because if he comes away from the rope, he'll come into me. So I'm up here by his head. See, that one walking around following his nose was better than the first one, but it still needs to be softer, easier, less panicky, more like following the nose when you're steering and you say, hey, let's turn this way. That's what I'm looking for. His brain to kick in and say, let's go this way. There we go. That was less panicky. Good boy. Good boy. I'd really prefer that I close in the last horse length. At this point with him, that's not a thing that really matters with what I'm working on. If he closes in the last horse length, I'm not going to fuss at him. One more time on this side. There we go. I like that. That was much better. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Now we'll change directions. We're going left. He might get a little panicky again. We'll see. There we go. See how he panics? After he come around and saw me, now he's starting to chew. He's starting to get some confidence in me and what I'm asking him to do. But he still has that little panic episode, little panic attack right in the beginning. Like, oh, he's asking me to do something, and I'm not sure how bad this is going to be, or how hard this is going to be, or if I know how to do this. A lot of stress factors going on in there. Exactly what those stress factors are doesn't matter. It's getting his confidence up in me and what I'm asking him to do. That's what matters. One more time. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so I must quit on that for today. That was a lot of improvement over where we started today. I'm gonna take him over here and unsaddle him out here before I quit. He's still snorting, he's still worried. There we go. So I'm gonna quit on that with him for today. This is Banks. I'll put a link up here to the other videos I've done of him. Until next time, thank you for watching.